Hello, beautiful people. It's Sinderfam. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to be checking this video from the Whatever podcast, and this is in regards to women dating older men. So, we're going to be checking this together. Let's check it out.
Does it give you the ick if a 45 or 50-year-old man only wants to date younger 20-year-old women?
Not really. I mean, if a 50-year-old man, he could look younger than 50.
He doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't?
He looks like he's exactly his age.
Oh, then maybe.
It gives you the ick?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Gabby?
It definitely makes me think that maybe there's some trauma going on with the girl. Maybe that's why she's with him.
No. That's the question is, does it give you the ick if a man who's in his late 40s or 50s wants to exclusively date women in their 20s?
Yes, I think there's something wrong with that.
Maddie, does that give you the ick?
Yes, for me personally, it does, because where my life trajectory of where I want to go and where he wants to go isn't lining up. I'm not having kids. I'm not building a life with someone that's 50 and having kids with them just for my kids to be, 15 and their dad's approaching their 70s. Like,
I understand. Kendra, give you the ick.
I wouldn't say it gives me the ick. It's just not my thing. Like, I feel like...
Is it kind of icky and that's why it's not your thing?
No, I just think I have different chemicals in my brain that like different things.
Okay. Emma?
Very
Does it give
icky.
you the ick?
Yeah, very icky, very kind of creepy.
Okay. Alex, give you the ick.
Exclusively only 20-year-olds?
Yeah.
It's a little bit questionable, but I don't necessarily.
Kind of gives you the ick.
But it's like I don't really care because
Yeah, I
at
understand,
that
but does
point,
it kind of give you the ick?
it's like it would interest me as to why, and kind
Yeah,
of
I know.
just question.
I get it.
So
that
it
you'd
would
be
not
interested
necessarily
in this.
give me the ick.
Hang on.
No.
I'm not asking for like massive reasoning here or anything like that. I'm just asking intuitively, does it kind of give you the ick or not?
It does not give me the ick. It gives me a question.
And then moving over to Turkish,
Yeah.
does it give you the ick?
Yeah.
Gives you the ick? Okay, so can I get a hand raised from all of you who said it gives you the ick? Got it. Okay. Hands down. All of you said and gave great reasons for why it is that you think that older men are attracted to younger women. And yet, when I give you the idea that there could be men who exclusively want to date that which they're attracted to, it gives you the ick. Can any of you tell me why that is?
Because lots of the time, many women lie to themselves, but really, those are the men that lots of women go for. Yeah, many women want to date their age. Many women want to date people that are not, age difference is not far apart. It depends on individual choices. But at the same time, let's also look at it. Yeah, sometimes when you look at it, it depends. It may be questionable. The exact same thing. Let's not also judge it only for men. Let's also judge it for women, 50-year-old women that are looking for 20-year-old boys. This is questionable too. But nobody is talking about that. Nobody wants to see that as a problem, or nobody wants to question that. Something is wrong somewhere. But obviously, I think when it comes to that, it's in regards to dating preferences. Some people would rather, and sometimes it's not even in regards to daddy issues or mommy issues or something. Some people would rather be in the relationship with people who have matured brain rather than dealing with people who are of the same age group, because some people don't want to baby some group of people. Some people believe that some people in their age group are not mature enough to handle some situations. So they rather go for people who are already matured enough, who know how to deal with some really interesting life issues. It depends. Let me ask you the question as an individual. Is it icky if you're a female? Does it give you the ick if a man in his late 40s or early 50s would want to date you? Especially if, let's say, you're 25 or 26 or 27, and but not up to 30? Does it give you the ick? And if you're a man, um let's say you're in your 20s or mid 20s, and a 45-year-old woman in her 40s, late 40s or early 50s approaches you and want to date you, does it give you the ick? Or is there something that you find? Like, I would really love your thoughts on that, because obviously lots of people have different dating preferences and age. And yeah, sometimes some of them are not even really questionable, but sometimes society itself is countering itself, in the sense that society would say, okay, date like this and date like that. Some people just do it based on societal norm. But if the man in question, or if the person who is older, up to 50, is dating an 18-year-old, it is questionable. 20-year-old too can be questionable. When if the person is above 20, it depends. In the sense that maturity wise, experience wise, and all of that, yeah, sometimes some of them may be as a result of daddy issues. But I mean, there are some people have different dating preferences too.
I've been in that situation before, so when I see people in a situation like that, that's where my brain goes. But it doesn't mean that everyone is experiencing like the trauma I experienced. The other people could be very happy, and they could be building the life that they desire with someone who's much younger than them. But to me personally, it gives me the ick, and I wouldn't want, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want for her to be going out with someone that much older. If possible, I would prefer her marry someone who's a little closer to her age.
Even though you gave tons of reasons as to why it is that well, in your case, I guess you did just say trauma. We'll move over to Savannah. You gave multiple reasons, including baggage, things like this, and yet still said that it would give you the ick, even though you gave great reasons as to why a man, in fact, kind of should go for a younger woman. Can you kind of reconcile that for me?
Wait, what is that? What does that mean?
Can you show
Explain
me
your
how this
rationale.
makes sense?
Oh, why they like a younger girl?
No. Why it is that it gives you the ick that they would like a younger girl, even though you gave all sorts of reasons as to why they should like a younger girl.
I think the age difference is just really, like, it's a lot. And I feel like they wouldn't have really so many things in common. Like, why would she want to be with someone that much older, you know? I feel like that's kind of weird. But then I get it, he wants to have fun. I don't know, but like a 50-year-old having fun with like a 20-year-old, that just sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, but you gave tons of good reasons as to why they should, and yet somehow it still gives you the ick.
Yeah, true. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Maddie, you gave multiple reasons
Yeah.
as to why men should be attracted to younger 20-year-olds, and gave all sorts of justifications for why they would be, and yet still find it icky as to why they would pursue them. Can you help me out with that?
Sure. Just because someone's pursuing me doesn't mean I need to pursue them. I can have a advantage or a leverage or all of that stuff. So what? I personally do not want to be with a 50-year-old man. They may want to be with me for biological reasons, because I might not have as much trauma, this, that, the next.
Yeah.
If
hang
you
on,
want
I'm
me, it
sorry.
doesn't mean I
want to
have
make
to
sure
want you
that
back.
maybe you misinterpreted what was asked.
Sure.
I asked if it gives you the ick if a man only pursues women in that age demographic, not you specifically. If you would find it icky dating a 50-year-old or whatever, has nothing to do with the question.
Okay. So just to put them both out there, would I date a 50-year-old man that was only interested in girls in their 20s? No. If somebody else did, I'm
not even asking. I'm just asking if it's icky if a man exclusively wants to date women in their 20s.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so your answer's kind of changed here.
I just wouldn't do it personally. So as a general thing, I don't think it's icky. But is it for me? No.
Yeah.
Now, I understand it's not for you, but you don't have any actual issues with it, right? It doesn't give you the ick, in other words, and if it does give you the ick, if a man in his 50s only pursues women in their early 20s, can you tell me why?
Okay. There could be some type of fetishization there. A man in his 50s pursuing a girl in her 20s she could be the same age as a possible daughter.
Yeah, I know, but you dating a man who's only 2 years older than you, he's the same age as your brother.
Okay.
So when you kind of give this idea of, well, that could be your daughter, or she's young enough to be your daughter, or he's old enough to be your father. Well, the guy you're dating is old enough to be your brother. I don't really understand the argument.
I think the argument is in the stages of life. Of he's in a fatherhood stage of life. Of Ben
and
had
he's in
kids.
a brotherhood stage of life, like.
And someone that I could be dating now that is a similar age to me, they could be in the same.
Wouldn't you agree a 15-year-old could be in the father stage of life?
They could be.
Yeah,
that's
they could.
definitely a circumstance.
They could be. So the question is, you gave great justifications for why a man would only exclusively want to go for younger 20-year-old women, and yet it still gives you the ick. I'm wondering the reasons why you think it's both justified for them to go after them and why it gives you the ick at the same time.
I think there's just ick on the woman's part. If she could be icked out.
Yeah, but why would it give you the ick for that to happen?
I'm sorry, I'm not following.
You personally in that relationship, but two other people who
I think
aren't
you're
you.
saying, are you getting the ick from seeing, for example, me with a 50-year-old man?
No.
I think he's not asking you, because I assumed you meant me as well. That's why I said ick. I feel like me, sorry to cut in other girls, I'll quickly talk so they can go. But me personally, I retract that. I don't get ick if someone else was dating, because if that's how they want to live.
Agreed.
Genuinely, I don't care. I thought you meant me personally. No, because like, I think I'm in a position now that I feel like, now that I'm 24, I feel like I need to get my life together.
Okay,
but like,
so you don't think there's anything wrong at all with a 50-year-old man
if that 20-year-old...
going exclusively for 20-year-olds, right?
No, she's of legal age. Is that legal here?
Okay, got it. So your answer has changed.
Yes,
Okay.
sorry. I've interpreted it wrong.
Then moving over to Emma. What is the problem with a 50-year-old man exclusively wanting to date 20-year-old women?
I think it could be predatory and kind of like going for someone who is younger and less experienced and maybe doesn't know much about the world.
Well, I would agree that it's highly predatory for these young women who are in their 20s to have all their faculties intact, and they're picking on these senile old men for resources. I think that that's highly predatory of them.
Yeah. Okay. So
You
I
agree?
guess, yeah, if it's consensual, I guess there's nothing wrong with it then.
Okay. And then Kendra, why is it creepy or icky for 50-year-old men to exclusively want women in their early 20s?
I didn't say that it was.
Okay. And you would stand by that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then just by a show of hands, can we just get an answer? Does it actually give any of you the ick? By a show of hands, who has the ick by a 50-year-old man exclusively only wanting to date 20-year-olds by raise of hands?
It creeps me out, but I'm a mom. I think it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. What if the father of your children was 50? Like, would it be weird then?
For me personally, I've only liked older men due to trauma, so yes.
In regards to this, lots of people have dating preferences. I would say, especially if 20-year-old female, they are attracted to older men, because lots of the time, many of them are. We're talking about ladies in their 20s, early 20s, late 20s. Yeah, some of them are attracted to really older men. And sometimes some of them are for resources, whatever. Majority of the time are for resources, whatever. Sometimes love does not have to do with it. But as long as nobody is harming the other person, no problem. It is not an issue. It becomes an issue if the person, or if the older person is being attracted to somebody or people who are not of legal age. Then that is where it's a problem. But at the same time, remember, it's always a mutual thing, because obviously people look at it and say, oh, a 50-year-old man being attracted to 25-year-old lady or 22-year-old lady. The lady too, what is she finding there? She may have issues, monetary, financial, or whatever, some other things that may also influence it. So we're going to look at it both sides. The exact same thing if older women are attracting or are finding younger boys in their 20s as well attractive as well. We're also going to look at it in all fairness. We judge that as well, because like, if we have to be honest, if we place many women, and this is the thing, many women don't want to be honest with themselves. Many women love to date older guys, or old guys who are older than them. Some of them might be like slightly older, some of them might be way older, some of them may be way older. So it differs, and some people would rather prefer their age. For me, I always say wherever love finds you, and also use your brain. It's that simple. But let me know what you think about this so far. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I would really love to share that. You can share the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.